Hey fellow fragrance enthusiasts and fellow fragrance lovers, welcome back to the Scentaur Fragrance channel. It's Benjamin here, back at it again. Hope that you're doing well. I know that you're smelling good. And let's jump into this video. Before I do want to let you know that Fragrancebuyca is a reputable seller. I got this haul from them. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. But I did want to put the word out that if you're looking for some good prices, maybe if you live in Canada, maybe you might be able to get a better deal or get better shipping from them. They have a loyalty program, so definitely subscribe before you buy. I was talking to a subscriber and he made his purchase before he joined as like a member of like the club, and there's no fees or anything. You just get points when you purchase, which go towards getting 10% off and free shipping and the like. So do that, and sometimes they have special sales where if you spend over about $100 or $150, you get free shipping and 10% off your whole entire sale. And if you get there with the doorbusters, the blockbusters, you can get a little freebie in as well. So it's always good over there. Anyways, let's talk about Pure Excess Night. This is one of my favorite fragrances I bought. It's my favorite from Paco Rabanne now, Pure Excess Night, and it's just gorgeous. It's going to be fragrance. It's going to be perfect for you guys who are clubbing, you guys who are out there going to the parties, you guys out there maybe who just want a fun fragrance, but also is a little bit dark and a little bit seductive, but yet definitely has that playful party vibe. This one has a lot of sweetness to it. It has that Coca-Cola vibe, which you know, and I really fell in love with this fragrance. It's my favorite of the bunch. I actually really liked Black. I believe it's Black Excess, and I believe it's called Aphrodisiac. It's one of the flankers, and it has the skulls on it. But that one I got onto that fragrance so late, it became so expensive and so hard to get. I was waiting for one of the flankers that really spoke to me. This is my favorite out of the bunch. I think that this is a real winner, and I think this is what people really want from the Pure Excess line. It's a little bit darker, it's a little bit more sensual, heavy, long-lasting. I'll do a full-length review of all these fragrances, but if you want performance, this has got it. If you want a mass-appealing, likable, sweet fragrance with a bad boy vibe, this has got it all written on it. Pure Excess Night. And it's a nice bottle, isn't it? I really do like what they got going on here, so check that out. So the next one is, I want to showcase a Menthol fragrance. Y'all know how much I love this fragrance. I'm a big fan of it. And I mentioned it a few times, but I finally decided to actually jump on the purchase and go for it. This is Starry Nights from the House of Menthol. This is for you musk lovers out there. If you like musk, you gotta try this fragrance. There's a bunch of fellow fragrance reviewers. One of them was like Tune Reviews and a few other guys out there, and they talked about how much they like this fragrance. I got a sample. I knew that I loved it, but it takes me a while to actually decide to buy something, to save up the money, and of course to actually wrap your head around it and decide if I need it or you need it in your collection. This one is one that I need. This is probably one of the most floral fragrances that I can ever take. I have a hard time with florals. It has jasmine, lots of musk. It's very gorgeous, very sensual, and I don't find that the rose is overbearing in this fragrance. Very unisex. A lady can happily and easily wear this, and so can a guy. A real charmer, and it's one of those scents that's bold and just smells almost like classy a little bit from Menthol. Most Menthols don't come off too classy, but this one has a little bit of class, but it just comes off as sensual. And if you're a guy who's comfortable, sometimes with having that sensual, playful kind of vibe about himself, you don't always have to have the dark, fragrances. Sometimes, like I like the inky vetivers and those masculine powerhouses. If you're comfortable with something like this that gets you away from those, this will really work well for you. Menthol, Starry Nights, love this fragrance. A real winner in my collection. Amazing performance as well. If you want performance, this has got it for a musk. And sometimes musks aren't very noticeable. It projects, it lasts, it's a beast. Starry Nights. The next one is Armanis Platinum. This is a really good fragrance, guys. If you like things like Platinum Egoist, this is a real winner of a fragrance. I like what this fragrance is going on. It's got going on. It's a little bit more sour. It's a little, almost has like a sour, almost like pulp-like nature to it, like the pulp of fruit, but it does smell similar to Platinum Egoist. It's very nice to me. I know it's Armaf. It's not the same quality as like the Menthol, but it's really good juice overall. This, you can't go wrong with it if you like those modern, almost like silver type of smells. If you like metallic vibes, but you also want something easy wearing, this also kind of approaches that territory. It doesn't smell overtly metallic to my nose, but it certainly does approach that territory. If you like Reflection Man by Amouage and those kind of scents, this one might be worth checking out for the money. You can still get this one at a great price. I think it's about 90 mils. If I remember right, yeah, it's about 90 mils, and you can get it for about $35 if you find it at the right place. Armanis Platinum lasts a pretty good long time. It speaks to my soul. I don't know why I like it so much. I shouldn't like it so much, but I do. So the next one, guys and gals, ladies and gents, is my favorite from the house of État Libre d'Orange. And this is none other than Remarkable People. Let me grab this sample out. I'm getting out of a little, I'm having to scooch it out of this little red satin pouch here. So I decided to pull out, get a sample from them. They were sold out of their bottles, and I really like this one. This one is famous for having a curry note, but it's very much in the background. It has a beautiful champagne note. If you like boozy notes and you really like that quality about fragrances, this one is the only fragrance I've come across that really captures the feel of champagne and does it well. The curry is not heavy or dense, it's not medicinal, it's not green, it's not overly spicy, it's just in the background, tantalizing you with a little bit of an interesting spice in the background. But mostly of what you get is something fresh and sweet and boozy, and it doesn't have bad longevity. It's all right on the longevity department. And this is a really happy fragrance too. It's a happy-go-lucky, feel-good fragrance. It's Remarkable People. I like this one a lot better than You or Someone Like You. And a lot of the other fragrances from this house are more daring and a little bit strange. This one makes it a little bit more wearable and does a really, really good job. Can't say enough good about it. Remarkable People, my favorite, so far at least, from the house of État Libre d'Orange. I still have some more to explore, but this one is probably the most wearable so far for sure out of the bunch, and is just a joy to wear. The last one, and this is the last of the bunch, and I'm very proud to own this one. Y'all know that I don't buy a lot of niche fragrances, and I encourage y'all to buy and spend your money on a fragrance that you truly love and that speaks to your soul. And you know, only spend those big bucks on a fragrance if you really connect with it and it makes you feel something. And this is a fragrance that makes me feel something. This is Irreverent in Part from the house of Histoires de Parfum. I'd been looking for this fragrance for a long time. I'd smelled a sample a long time ago and I'd wanted it, but I searched and I waited for the right deal. It popped up on Fragrancebuyca. I got it for close to $110 odd with the 10% off. I think it's normally was around $130. And this is a great coffee, lavender, elemy kind of fragrance. It's woody, it's dark, it's sophisticated. There's a little bit of sweetness, but not a lot. I think that this is more of like a grown-up alternative to Parfums de Marly Herod. It kind of has that same vibe. If you like things like, you know, that dark kind of Parfums de Marly vibe you might have smelled. If that's your only reference point, it is a distant cousin of those fragrances, and it does a really, really good job. Sophisticated, bad boy fragrance, a little bit grown up, a little bit more masculine, I would say, and I really, really like it. It just has a almost brooding, dark, and again, classy, sophisticated vibe about it. So if you're like me, if you're like Wonder Oud from the house of Comme des Garçons and you like those dark vibes, you're really going to like this fragrance. It speaks to my soul. And there's a whole, again, there's so many fragrances to explore. Histoires de Parfum, there's about 4 or 5 fragrances from this collection, and this is the higher end collection from them. I guess they decided to actually go and venture into the dark side of fragrances, and I'm happy that Histoires de Parfum did decide to do that because they brought out one that I truly love. Anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed my showcasing of my fragrance haul today. I'll do individual reviews of these fragrances in the future. Y'all know that I'm backlogged. I have lots of fragrance reviews to make, and I do try to release my fragrance reviews somewhat seasonally. So some of these, like Irreverent in Part, it's going to have to wait for the fall and winter. It's definitely probably best for that kind of weather. And the Pure Excess Night, same. But I'll see you next time, everybody. Have a good one. I wish you the very best. Be safe. Stay well. Be smelling great. I know that you are. Wear what you love, everybody. You know, rock what you got. And I'll see you, everybody. If you did like my content today, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, and tell a friend. Wrapping it up. I'll see you next time, everybody. Peace out. Bye.